Once you have your data moshing tools installed, as we did before, you should be able to run the scripts here. So we've gone through all this here. We tested our installs, and now let's try this first example. This is basically one line of code we're going to post in our terminal. It's a Python script, so it starts with the word Python. This starts the Python app. Then it calls this script called mosh.py with these arguments: the input file, the frame when the moshing starts, the frame when the moshing ends, and the name of the output file. Okay, now let's try this. First we need a video. So here's a nice website to find some videos. You can use one of your videos, obviously. I'm going to go to pexels.com and we're going to search for some video, or just go in the video category. Let's see, this looks nice. Whatever. Oh, it's moving. Anyway, let's take this. These are all free, but you need to credit them, credit the authors if you use them. Here we go. This is my file. Let's call it video. What does it look like? Okay, drone jungle. Drone. Let's call it drone jungle. And it's in my downloads folder. I'm just going to leave it there for now. Now, in order to call this script, we have to see where that script is. The script is in the folder we downloaded here, this datamosh folder we downloaded earlier. So that should be in your downloads folder. Downloads, datamosh main, right? And sorry, mosh.py. That's our script. Mosh.py, that's correct. So if you look in here, you see the code. This is our Python code, Python 3. It calls these libraries and it does a bunch of stuff. Mosh. Okay, so now to start this script, we have to go into this folder. So in the terminal, clear, make a new window. I change directory because now I'm in my home directory. I change directory and I go into this datamosh main directory. Okay, now if I type ls to list the files, I can see that I'm in this folder here and I actually see the mosh.py script. So now that I'm in the right location, I can copy paste the beginning of this without the $, just with Python, or you know what, I'll type it out. Python to start Python, the name of the script, remember tab. So mosh, I hit tab, now I have mosh.py, mosh city, mosh trans, because there are several options, so it's mosh.py. Now I have to give it an input file. So the input file is in my downloads folder, so I can either type in home/downloads, and we called it, what did we call it? Drone jungle.mp4. That's probably the easiest. If it's like a complicated path or you have spaces in your file name and stuff like that, actually never put spaces in your file names. It'll make your life much easier. You can also just drag it in here, okay? So that's my input file. And now start frame 40 and frame 90. We're going to start at frame 10. And how long is this video? 14 seconds. So 14 times about 25. That's about 350 frames. So we go to 350. Or actually, if you don't say anything, it should probably just go towards the end. Let's try. And then -O for the output file. So here we just give it a new name. The input was drone jungle, so we call it drone jungle moshed.mp4. Whoops, mp4. Enter. And if you've installed everything correctly, it should do its thing. So you will get some errors and stuff. That should be okay because it'll just play around with the data. So what does this look like? It's subtle. It's working, but it's subtle. You can see some, yeah, now you see it. It's happening. So with this kind of footage, you might not notice it so much, but it's also that this algorithm isn't very obvious. I think I did it earlier with this one. Yeah, here it's much more visible. So this will depend on your footage. Maybe you also just need to start later. Actually, I mean the pixels here don't change very much. That's why you don't see so much. Let's try with a different video file. Here, I think I have a full pixel videos. Here we go. Let's take these fish. So go back into terminal. Now here's a nice trick. If you just hit the up button, the up arrow button on your keyboard, you will get the history of all the commands you've entered in the past. Okay. So if you hit it once, this is the last command we entered. And now I can just go back here and change, I can change the parameters here. So downloads, pixel videos, pixels, videos, yeah, that's the one, 329. So that's my input video. We're going to start on frame 10, output, and we're just going to change the name of the output file. Fish moshed. So it's creating the file. And it's done. Yeah. Some more artifacts. Here we see it a little bit. Well, still not crazy. Let's try the next algorithm. Okay. P-frame duplication. This looks a lot more fun. Actually, the example here is also not so. Cool. We'll just try this command. This will copy the frames and repeat it, okay, until the end. So I can either copy paste or we can do this. Let's do it on the drone jungle video. So mosh.py, name of the video file, and now here the first argument is -d, 5 frames, okay. It starts on frame 10, and that's the output file. We can leave the rest as it is. Let's see what happens. It's done. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I like this. Here we're getting something. Great. Actually, let's try it with a different file. Let's call python mosh.py, and let's do it on this one. Okay, -d. Let's copy 10 frames, and then we start on, I don't know, frame number 5, and the output will be city moshed mp4. So this should come up here when it's done. Is it done? No, it's still working. Okay, that's done. Yep. Yep, very good. So here it's repeating the movement vector. So it took 10 movement vectors, keeps repeating this, and it just keeps the pixel colors, which get smeared out over time. Cool. Looks great. Very abstract. Vector motion. This one is nice. Let's try. This is a different script now. And this will use this ffedit and ffgac files which we've installed. Let's see if that works. Let's just do the basic setting, this input file. Let's use this again. And then here we need our script. Oh yeah, so this actually relies on JavaScript. Sorry, I didn't introduce that earlier. So we're going to do this together now. This uses a whole bunch of scripts, which you can get a URL, which I'll post in the video. You can just download them there, and then let's choose one of these. These are JavaScripts that basically give instructions what to do with the motion vectors of our video. So there's an article here, and I think there's a file here also which you can download. Yeah, here, this is the JavaScript file. It's called Sync and Rise. You can copy paste it into a new file, but I'll post a link where you can download these. Yeah. So we need to give it a script here. Okay, -s, and now we need to give it a script. Let's give it, what was it, sync and rise or something like that. Here, my sync and rise. Okay, that's the script, and an output file -cd most scripted.mp4. By the way, this my sync and rise, this file is just copy paste of this code here. So you can do it yourself also and just call it something. Okay, this is done. So let's see, mosh scripted. Okay, now this doesn't play anymore. This happens a lot when you datamosh these files. So if you open it in VLC, yep, we get it. This does some nice stuff. I like it. I can get some interesting footage out of this. Now, if you want to play this in Jitter or in Resolve or something, you might want to convert it to a MP4. So even though this says MP4, it isn't necessarily MP4. If you, although it says so, but let's see. If we throw it into FFmpeg -i, this one, and converted MP4. Let's see if this works. Otherwise, you might have to just load it in Resolve and export it from there. But this should do something. Here we go. Yeah, converted. Yeah, now it's working. FFmpeg for the win. Okay, next. So there's plenty of other scripts here. I think if you Google search datamosh ffmpeg JavaScript, I don't know, I have to look it up. I'll post it in the comments. Oh yeah, here it actually said that we have to convert it to MP4. This one is one of my favorites. So it takes the movement of one video and applies that movement to another video. Style transfer. So let's try this. Python style transfer. The -e is the video of which we want to take the movements, the movement vectors. So I had a video here in my downloads from Pexels with waves. Here. So I want to take the movements of these waves and apply this movement onto another video. All right, so this is my movement video. Here we go. And I want to apply this, the target, to -t space to which video to yeah, let's take this city thing again. And anything else? Yeah, output file. So no -o here. This script is a little bit different. And we're going to call it waves to city.mp4. And let's see what happens. So this will happen here again. It's happening in here because that's the folder we're in the terminal. Remember we did cd into this folder. So it's busy. We probably get some errors because the videos don't have the same duration and all of that. Waves to city, here we go. Ooh. This is nice. Shit. I like it. No, that was the end of the waves video. The city video is still running. You can see like the trail from this dog. Very cool. Yeah, that's it. I mean, you can do more. I think this tomato stuff I didn't try out. Feel free to test it. But yeah, there's already plenty to do here. Have fun.